says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained the Eid al-Adha and the Eid al-Fitr. This Eid, this celebration that we commemorate and celebrate. So we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala greatly that this is from the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is really sad. It is really sad to know that yet you have people who say, and I hear this every year, I have to go back to work. I'm like, you mean one day in the year? Or Eid al-Adha, 2 days in the year? You could not have that time to apply to your bosses? If you're the boss in your business, then I don't see you going back to work, right? Brother Azad, do you go back to work on this? All right, mashallah. Allah bless you to own a business. But those of you businesses that own you, well then you have to go back, if the business is the boss. And those of us who work for other people, are you really saying that for the entire year we cannot put in an application for 1 day off, 2 days off, for the sake of Allah, to do the praises of Allah? Come on, that is very sad. I say this many times to remind myself and remind everyone. How do you expect the United States to grant Eid a holiday when the Muslims do not commemorate it themselves? When most of the Muslims only need 1 and 2 hours for Eid, why must the government give you an entire day? But if the government knows that Muslims will not work on Eid day, like Jews do not go to work on Eid day, I mean true Jews, Orthodox Jews, practicing Jews, will not go to work on their Yom Kippur, their Eid, their celebration, then they find a way to grant a holiday, if it has to be through the school board and other mechanisms. So until the Prophet, peace be upon him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, unless we don't change ourselves, the conditions will not be changed. And that's why I remind myself and remind you again 1 year in advance, months in advance to Eid al-Adha. Please, you got an entire year to make an application to commemorate a day that Allah has ordained for us to commemorate and celebrate. So many takbirs on this day.